explain what was going on with it. I think there are just a lot of different angles to look at something, and hopefully I can open like a awareness, that we all came from one thing, and to remember, and that's re-member, like to regroup yourself with the whole, and that's how we will vibrate at our biggest collaboration of us, the whole. And every movement that we make affects the flow of something. And so choose what you say carefully, mean what you say, do what you say, and think what you say. Okay, so I think that's how we can be happiest with ourselves, true to ourselves. Exactly. We never know what's going to come tomorrow. You could plan all you want for tomorrow, but what if tomorrow, you can only control you. So do your part and be you. And the rest will just fall into place of whether they should be there or not. My idea of humans are that we are like elements, more complex, but elements of the periodic table. Carbon, oxygen, they gravitate towards each other, right? Because they just do. They need each other, and they get to know properties of themselves that they wouldn't have known had they met. And so with everybody that you meet, okay, they're going to show you something about you if you give them the opportunity to give to, I guess. So you have to give. Some people have to give, some people have to take, like the outer level of the electrons. But in the end, you create something that you wouldn't know about yourself until you gave. And that's why it's important, because you need others to acknowledge your existence and how you're resourceful before you are resourceful, or before you can make a difference. And the most valuable thing to leave behind, money, no? What do y'all think? In my opinion, eternal life comes from the influence you leave behind. Okay? When you leave behind influence that is carried out by others, you live on. Your way, your chi, your flow, the way you do things will affect things continuously. And so think about how we treat people. Think about everybody that we meet as part of us, that we need them to become whole. And my goal is, I like to grow happiness. I want to grow happiness in my life and people that I meet. And I like to just share what I know with others and hopefully get the same back and reflect off each other, There's always going to be somebody who is prettier, stronger, dumber, shorter, whatever. That's their job to be that. Okay? So, carbon can't be carbon if it's trying to be hydrogen with oxygen. It's just like, okay, you're not really carbon then, and you're not going to make carbon dioxide or monoxide or whatever. So you have to be you. Now, hydrogen meets oxygen, they make something completely different from carbon and oxygen. Both essential to life and all special in its own way. It doesn't make them any less than they are themselves. It doesn't make them less capable of being, something with somebody else. So I don't like the whole togetherness talk. That's just like so not. I don't believe in one person that can fulfill all your needs. That's not their job. Okay, they can bring out and remind you of who you are. But it takes us to become aware that we are part of the whole to want that. Okay. I believe that too because the way the earth revolves around the sun, the constant rotation, you have to figure yourself out first. Yes. Well, you just have to be yourself. You know, we try so hard to figure ourselves out. We read about horoscopes, we read about, just different personality tests or whatever. And a lot of times we're chasing after something when we just need to be. Just, when you're like excited. When you're excited, that's a sure clue that it's something you love doing. And different things make people excited, but just make sure everybody's happy. Or you can't always make sure everybody's happy. Just make sure if you were that person, this is what you would do. Okay? That's how, I guess, if you were, just look at things objectively. Okay, so anyways, the rotation of the earth, the sun, for that constant motion to keep going, that constant revolution, there's a force that's constantly going in a circle. Anything that's in motion stays in motion, right? In a circle, that is. If a line, it can't. It'll stop eventually if there's no power. But the constant motion is caused by a spinning motion, a circle, right? What is capable of creating that is a black hole, right? And it'll keep growing, it'll keep spinning because theoretically, if it's a hole, it'll keep pulling things in. The hole will get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and eventually it becomes a hole like what is that shape of the polar inversion kind of shape, and within the hole. Okay, so you have a whole bunch of this, and it makes kind of like the shape like the flower of life kind of shape. Like I wish I had a board I could draw. So that constant spin is tearing things up as it's pulling it down. And as matters are torn apart, and the deeper of the hole, it becomes to gravitate toward each other because it naturally does that. Whatever can form is going to form, and then eventually you're going to have solid matters like Earth or, different planets or meteorites or whatever. And then whatever will fit, and that's how life gets started. Because if it doesn't fit, everything is off gears, right? So everything has a rotation or a chi around it, every movement we make. When things are aligned with your life and it's like coincidences that are just very coincidentally amazing, you know that it's on the right path. There are just certain things that makes us light up, and that's what I'm trying to find for myself and for, I guess, my influence on others. So I'm Isha, and yeah.